now that we have all learned how our microphones work, we can do the podcast. I won't call anyone out specifically.
I'll say it. That was a read against me.
I have to say, they have no idea what you're talking about, but it's okay.
Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times to get these recordings started.
Sometimes.
Sometimes some people with resting gym face have to relearn how to use their microphones, and that's okay.
You can't be buff and beautiful and smart too. Buff, beautiful, and smart
all the time. Sometimes we all have our blonde moments, whether we're blonde or not. And that's okay. We still love you all the time. Anyway, hey, it's the reading battles episode. I can do that. This is the one episode where it's somewhat maybe allowed. But hello, bonjour, hi everyone. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I am repping for the Zero Sugar committee today. Mike's not here. We have his better half here today. I'm drinking a blackberry Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar because it is winter, and this is my favorite soda beverage to have during the winter. So I'm very, very excited, and I'm ready to read some bitches.
You've been reading me all morning, so
Correct.
It is what it is. And hello, everyone. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because I love me some tea. And I guess I too am repping for the zero sugar because I just have water because there's no sugar in water. So there's that. And I do have my cup mug, which is zero sugar as well, but it's very sweet to look at. So get you one at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Canada, looking at you. Get your cup mug. And if you go to the right over there next to Jonathan's handsome head, there's a QR code. And you can scan it, favorite the shop, buy your cup mug, and all will be good. So get it. Thanks. Bye.
Hey, y'all. This is Jonathan from Dallas, the fellow with a resting gym face and a hint of Texas taste. And I just found out that my mic has a mute button that I've been pressing, and I thought my mic was broken this entire time. So I learned something new today, and I hope that we all learn something new every single day.
Absolutely.
Words of wisdom.
The more you know.
The less you know, or maybe not. Well, hi, bonjour tout le monde, bonsoir. It's Micha, your Persian correspondent here, and I feel as pressed as Jonathan's mic button today, and I'm just drinking plain water because I'm trying.
Not you feel pressed. Oh my god.
Well, it's a reading bottle episode, yeah. All the things that are plain and simple and boring are put into this. It's just water without any sugar, unlike the spicy roast.
And I'm RuPert, and I have no entrance line. And I'm drinking water, and I'm not part of the zero sugar community, so I'm drinking Coca-Cola. And then I'm also showing the shadiest Queens fan that I have. I'm repping my Viola fan today.
Wow.
Yeah. And she is a very, very shady lady.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I baked far too much gingerbread, so I'm eating some gingerbread cookies as well.
Purr. We've got another great episode of Canada's Drag Race to talk about. Y'all, Canada's Drag Race, Season 6.
Slaying.
I'm just gonna, to all of you, because I know several of you are watching, girls, queens.
You get the gold from me.
You're doing what needs to be done, and we thank you for that. I can't wait to talk about this episode in full because it has been thrilling. And we're going to get into that. But before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And as Canada's Drag Race is, almost halfway through. Next week we'll be halfway. We've got plenty of drag seasons coming to a close. We just finished Drag Race España this week. We are finishing La Más Draga next week. And we've got season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race on the horizon. So make sure you are checking out everything we are doing here on this channel and across the Cup Network. All the links for everything we are doing are available in the description below. You can check out our audio podcasts for everything on the go. You can check out our Patreon for some exclusive content over there. We're doing a bunch of fun holiday movie stuff over on the Movie Bucket. You could go see Lana featured over there. She's the only one currently here who is on that series, so go check out Lana.
I didn't do this past week, but I'll be there next week.
No, you did do this week.
Oh yeah, this week I did do. Next week I won't be there, but
that part. And yes, make sure to follow us on our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And if you want to follow all of us, our links are down below as well. Check us out. But we come in to the workroom, and Star is gone.
Well, no. But yes.
Jonathan, did you have to come back because the Filipina got eliminated?
Somebody's got to represent for the community.
I know. I thank you for your service.
Well, yes, and we thank you.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Star's gone.
That mirror message.
Gone too soon, but she definitely made an impact, honestly. She definitely added to the drama in the show, and she is not going to be not memorable. People will remember her. People will want her back. We want her back at some point soon.
Yes. Yeah.
Also, isn't it funny that Suki Doll's daughter went home on a design challenge?
I wouldn't say funny, but
not funny, haha.
Isn't it ironic?
Ironic.
Yeah.
Isn't it ironic? Yeah, some Canadian lady sang.
Yeah.
Not some Canadian lady. Big ol' shout out to Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, on Alanis Morissette.
Not too much.
NTM, because I love me some Alanis Morissette.
As
here
do I. But yes, some of the girls are very pressed by what went on with the beaver choices, and they're going to make their thoughts very, very well known. Velma, you should have been in the bottom.
I'm shocked Velma wasn't in the bottom. Aren't you shocked Velma wasn't in the bottom? Everybody should be shocked Velma wasn't. I was like, whoa. Velma can't get off her neck. Like, can we a little bit?
Exactly.
Am I shocked she wasn't in the bottom? Yes, I'm a little shocked myself she wasn't in the bottom. But I'm like, but she wasn't in the bottom. So let it go. Let it go. She wasn't there.
Be like Elsa. Let it go, girl.
Let it go, girl. But they
You made it through. You lip sync for your life with no mug on. And still won. So,
okay. Here's the thing. I'm not mad at Caramel for being a little bit pressed that Velma wasn't in the bottom, because actually she deserves to say that because she was in the bottom. So she got it right.
Because the option was her or Velma. Like, absolutely. Yeah.
So it was everybody else still like, but Velma, girl, he wasn't in the bottom. Like, you probably should have been in the bottom. And everybody was very happy to say, Velma, girl, you should have been in the bottom. And I'm like, y'all, get off her neck a little bit. Like, yeah, she did bad in the challenge. Absolutely. It was the worst one. Yes, we get it. But Maya had the decision to make with the beaver, and she made it. So I felt like the anger was misdirected, misguided, because I would have been more upset with Maya than I would have been with Velma, because Velma was the one that was saved. It was like she didn't have no choice. It was just like she was saved. I would have been looking at Maya like, but girl, why? But girl, why? Why would you do that? So if I was Caramel, that's who I would have been more upset with. Not upset with Velma. I would have been upset with Maya. Like, you said it yourself. Who did worse? And everybody in this room saw who did worse, and you still picked me.
And honestly, Maya's reasoning is pretty valid. Like, who's been doing better in the competition so far? Velma.
And that's
like,
all
if you look,
and,
exactly, and like, it does make sense from a gameplay standpoint. Like, when you look at this season, this is Canada's social strategy race. Like, that we are really looking at a new evolution of Drag Race here on this season, and I, for one, absolutely.
It really is because of the beaver aspect, and I'm so glad that they're keeping this beaver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it's refreshing.
I wish they would bring it to the US. But yes, the beaver is such a great addition, especially with this cast. They're using it to what it's supposed to be used for.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It adds another layer to this to Drag Race, and I know some people might not like that because they like Drag Race how it was, and they don't like the whole social strategy of how Drag Race could turn out to be. Some people are not like that, but some people do. I'm some people because I like a new layer added to Drag Race where it makes it not just.
Yeah.
I mean, I love a good talent competition and a drag competition where we focus on the drag, but I want to see a little bit some extra that it feels like it gives a little incentive of why they're like, it makes it fun to, I don't know. It's just the game.
Up a little, spice it up a little.
Right, let's be real. We all watch enough Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a little stale.
Yeah.
It can be a little stale at times. This feels so refreshing to watch every week. I'm like, I feel so refreshed. I feel so energized watching this season of Drag Race. I'm like, okay, girls. Like, these girls came in and all 12 of them said, we know what to do to make good TV. And they're doing it. And I am so thrilled to see it.
Every queen on this season was like, we can be friends after this. We're not going to be friends during it, but we can be friends after this.
Because, yeah, exactly.
It is a 12-way battle to not win Miss Congeniality.
and that kind of bleeds into as well. Hazel's like, so Van, what was your decision? Like, why did you make your decision? And she straight up says, Star is a threat.
Period.
And I wanted to take out a threat. Correct.
I love honesty. Like, give me
honesty. Also say, I can read PM better, which is kind of funny. Read PM better than Star, which is such a backhanded and shady thing to say.
Yeah.
I mean, shady a little bit, yeah, but honestly, it's true because, and as we see in this episode this time, ain't nobody want to go against no PM either. I'm just saying because people done seen, and I just feel like Van didn't know what PM was going to offer, but now she didn't put it out there. We all see it. But I think she know what Star could do. And she was like, Star is a threat. We leave her in here, and one day I might have to go against her. I don't want to do that. So let's get rid of her. Or at least try. Because, like, she just put her out there. She didn't know who was going to win that lip sync. She just made sure she was vulnerable. And it was just like, it is what it is. I saw a threat. I wanted to take out a threat. I put the threat in the bottom.
Yeah, I'm glad Van is actually leaning into it, and he's direct with his decisions, and he's not hiding behind, a mask of oh, I'm not playing the game in whatever way. He's telling you straight up, I'm playing the game to win. I gotta cut a bitch down. I'm cutting a bitch down.
And that's what I like so much about Van, is that Van is being villainous, but also not putting on a character.
Right.
Van is being villainous because Van wants to win.
Van is being the villain that we've all wanted to love.
Yeah.
Van is being the villain we want to root for. Mm-hmm. And clock that T, Van, Jonathan using he, clock that T. No, I'm kidding. Come on,
I don't get it.
Just calling Van he.
Gotcha.
Because
Van, just use your baffle and then you'll be fine.
Man. Oh yeah. No, I just think it was fun and dumb, and I noticed. I was like, ooh, he. Oh, we're calling Van he. Ooh. No.
I am so lost.
It's fine. It's fine. Ebony explains it to you later in the episode, Jonathan. She says, Maury, he's a man.
That's a man, Maury. That's a man.
That's a man.
Actually, I don't know exactly how Van identifies. I think man, but we'll go with that. Certainly built like a rugby player, so we'll go with that. But we go into the workroom the next day, and very quickly, we're talking about wind distribution, whatever. And then we talk very quickly about alliances. And all of the alliances blow up.
Yeah.
All hell breaks loose in 30 seconds.
Literally.
And then 30 seconds later, it all ends.
Literally. It's like, yes, let's get 2 minutes of alliance blow up drama. And then she already had hurt.
Yeah.
Production, y'all have the worst timing. Y'all have the absolute worst timing. I wanted
my
to see
only
more
thing
of
about my only thing about this next day is PM is still salty about Hazel.
He's so
drink every time
betrayal.
They talk about Hazel not picking them.
Come on.
I also love that Hazel,
it.
of all people, in the confessional said that, okay, this is the season when we're not playing the boring beaver game. We're playing like the salty
At least
spice.
it does make good TV, yes, I'll say that, but come on. It's been a week.
Well,
To use one of my favorite underrated Drag Race quotes, thank you, Diabetti, build a bridge and get over it.
Who said that?
Diabetti on season 14.
but
She said
actually,
Yeah.
Actually, thank you,
Build a
Diabetti,
bridge
as
and
well,
get over it.
for keeping the drama with Alyssa Hunter for the entirety of their bracket and All-Star stand. So compared to that, PM and Hazel are still not that long.
Right.
Or to quote, one Cynthia Doll from the almost current just ended season of Dragula, but you've been a friend, and that lasted for like 10 episodes with Blackberry. So yeah, we're blessed it's all fast.
But yes, we get Carson coming in, and he's holding one-on-one styling sessions with the girls, I guess.
I love this mini challenge. Honestly, it's hilarious. It was hilarious. I was very entertained. It was a great way for one of my favorites to shine.
What? One of your favorites? I wonder who that is.
One of mine and Michael's and Misha's favorites.
Yeah,
And probably the whole world. Let's just say the whole world's favorite.
The one person who, in my opinion, truly succeeded in this mini challenge.
The only person that did well in this mini challenge.
Yes.
Sammy Landry. That's it.
She did.
The only person they showed.
Win.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was the thing I noticed the most, because I thought overall this mini challenge was dumb and fun. And I love it. Because Canada's Drag Race does dumb and fun mini challenges in the best way.
Also creating this giant set for this mini challenge as well. This like giant, beautiful set made just for this mini challenge. It was just a little crazy.
Not? Because why not?
Exactly, why not?
Why not? They have the budget for it. Yeah, you're right. They didn't really show a lot of the other queens. I think Velma showed up for like 3 seconds.
It was literally like, cut to Sami, cut to another queen, back to Sami, another queen, back to Sami, another queen, back to Sami. And I'm like, I'm not too mad.
You know what? If there was a Sammy Landry Drag Race season, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Where all the faces would be Sammy Landry instead of Jujubee, you know. The cast of 14 Sammy Landrys. Yeah. Sammy Landry talking to themselves, Sammy Landry giving pep talks.
Reading themselves.
Yeah, but piggybacking on your point, I think it's like the second time in Canada's history in particular. This reminded me of Canada's 3 mini challenge of 1-on-1 dates with Brooklyn that Vivian Vanderpuss won, where they also had basically an entire room set, decorated, and like fully zhuzhed up specific for that mini challenge alone.
Agreed.
Which was good.
Agreed. But yeah, Sami is the only person they at all really show off, and she wins, and it's lovely. And for winning, she gets to pick her partner first. Well, she gets $2,500, and she gets to pick her partner first in our Maxi challenge, which is the return of the reading battles. At first, I was tentative because it was not good the first time they did
it. When did they do this again the first time?
Canada 2.
Two.
Canada versus the world 2.
The world 2.
The final 6 challenge where Eureka goes home.
It was not good. So I was very worried because we're also doing this in week 4.
With 5.
And that's what terrified me the most. I was like, it's so early in the competition. Like, oh God, why are we doing this so early in the competition? It worked out because I thought overall it was a good challenge. But yes, Sami gets to pick her opponent first. It is 1-on-1. Win your reading battle and you secure your safety for the week. Which I think is also a really fun way to do it. It's not typically the way that Drag Race operates by any means of the imagination, but I do love this kind of very head-to-head, win and you're safe, lose and you have a very good shot at being up for elimination.
Yeah, it's very Lollapalooza coded, but make it comedy instead of a performance challenge.
Yeah,
which is just a really nice and interesting way of doing it. Plus, also, if you want to show off the capabilities of your cast with reading more, I feel like this is a better challenge than doing a roast. Because a roast, I don't think, could work with any queens more than 8. And especially if you have like more challenges later on, like that work better with less people in a short season, like a Rusical, a makeover, and just other challenges like that would work better. Having this challenge earlier on and doing a roast battle format, I think really works.
Yeah. So we end up, Sami picks first and picks PM, and then everyone else gets randomly picked to see who gets to choose their opponents. Hazel gets picked and picks Caramilk. Dulce gets picked and picks Velma. And then Ebony gets picked and picks Maya, leaving Saltina and Van up against each other, which I thought was on paper quite even. I didn't think there were any like super standout, like going into it. I was like, I think everyone is fairly evenly matched, to be honest with you. I didn't see any major swings one way or another on paper going into it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Knowing already though how great at improv and the challenges so far Van Gogh and Saltina were, them pairing up kind of already seemed like this would be the most entertaining pair.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, this is pretty evenly matched. I think everybody picked who they thought that they could. The ones who got to pick were like, I'll pick who I think I could beat. And it worked for some people and it didn't work for everyone else. Yeah.
Who would you all not pick?
Wait, what?
Who would you not pick? I think my number one not pick would be Van or Saltina.
Yeah, that's why they weren't picked.
Sami, 100%. I am not picking Sami Landry.
After the Smash game. Yes.
Here's the thing. I would have been 50-50 on Sami Landry, but I agree with you, Micha. After the Snatch game, probably not, because she shows that she definitely has comedic chops and comedic timing. But I still would have been like 50-50 because it's like, is this kookiness that she possesses, is it going to translate into a reading battle, or was it just good for Snatch Game? Could she do characters and not be good at coming back at people? So it was 50-50. So it would have been an iffy choice. I maybe not, but I probably wouldn't have picked Van or something.
And I wouldn't want to take that risk.
I agree. I probably wouldn't want to take that risk either. But I think I can see why people look. She had to worry about because she won the whole mini challenge, so she just picked who she felt like she could be, and it was what it was.
Would probably have a slightly different logic. Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Micha.
The person.
Slightly
Micha,
different logic because I would just Sami would be one of those people, and secondly, actually after Snatch Game, I wouldn't probably pick Maya. Because I think that she can thrive, and as we've seen, she was hilarious. She was basically on par with the winner. But also, I just from kind of production point of view, this speaking was basically gold for them, storytelling wise, because people who everybody assumed would like blow them out of the water, and that didn't do necessarily that good of a job. And people, while choosing and picking, say like when Dulce was thinking, oh, like Velma is gonna struggle with the language, and then she would beat her. This is a very good also storyline. So yeah,
certainly.
The one person I wouldn't want to have gone up against would have been Maya, because the way she dominated Snatch Game and was so quick in Snatch Game, I personally wouldn't want to go up against her, especially like quick comebacks. I just wouldn't want to be up against her. And then I do get Sami as well, and then based on this challenge, Ebony, of course, which we'll get to.
Totally. We then go to coaching with the one and only Alyssa Edwards. Love. Is this the most ideal challenge for Alyssa Edwards to be coaching on? I would say yes and no. Because, this is not a style of challenge she has always succeeded in on Drag Race. I'll say that much. But this is a style of challenge she has grown to do very well at on Drag Race. Because she did really well in all of her acting challenges on Global All-Stars. So I wasn't mad. And she is very funny off the cuff. And she is very good at reading. So frankly, I was just happy to see Alyssa. I wasn't too mad at the context behind seeing Alyssa. I was just happy to see Alyssa.
I think my favorite part with her being there was actually being a counselor to the girls. It really showed kind of her motherly side. And that was really great to see, because that's really who she is she really does care, and she wants everybody to succeed and to do good and to be their best self. And I think her being there definitely will help the girls out.
It's not something we see often from Alyssa either.
Exactly.
Because typically we see the yes mama, like the choreographer, the presenter. We see Alyssa. We don't often see Justin.
Yes.
We saw Justin on a reality show where, we didn't necessarily love Justin.
I didn't care for Justin.
We didn't particularly care for Justin on
that show. But it's okay.
But in this capacity,
yes,
like I loved seeing Alyssa as this in this like mentorship role, and frankly, as the Queen of the Universe or whatever. Queen of the Universe? Sorry. No. Wrong show. Wrong show. But whatever her title is as the winner of Global All-Stars.
Global Ambassador, whatever.
Global Ambassador, whatever title she has. I liked seeing her in this role, and this is a role I would like to see her in more. Because she's made her rounds on every damn franchise this year. So, I would have liked to see her in more of these roles.
More
throughout the
mentorship
year.
roles.
Yeah,
we do forget.
I
feel like sometimes a lot of the fans of Drag Race forget that Alyssa does have her own dance studio with girls and being a mentor for little girls. I mean, they were on America's Got Talent for one, but her dance studio would not be as successful as it is if she wasn't such a great mentor. So it's good that us Drag Race fans now see that side of Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah. I mean, I was one of those people who wasn't like fully sold on Alyssa Edwards as, a drag artist. I think she's a great drag artist or whatever, but I wasn't fully sold on her as her character of Alyssa Edwards. And I wasn't that person like, oh, I'm just down. And then I saw Justin on another show, and I was like, yeah, not fully sold on it. I feel like this is the moment. I was like, you know what? Okay, there are many faceted sides of Alyssa Edwards, Justin/Alyssa Edwards, and I like seeing it. They're human. They go have bad moments just like everybody else. And you might not like all the moments. You might like her as a queen and might not like the person of the other person. But in this moment, I thought she did a perfect job for the role that she was there to do. She was a great mentor. She gave great advice. She was very honest about like, listen, I know where you've been. I've been where you are right now, and I know what to expect. And this is what helped me through it. And she was just giving sound advice, and I appreciated that. I thought this was one of my favorite times to see Alyssa Edwards as Alyssa Edwards in this role. I was like, yeah, this one was, I was there for it. And I think she ate that up. And she was funny. She was helpful. It was just a good moment for Alyssa Edwards on this episode. And I would love to see her in this capacity again. Like, I think her behind a judging table would be really good. Like, she could be a really great guest judge. And like she was, even when she did Slasion, and we were like, she has no idea what people are.
I think she learned a little bit from her time on Slasion. I think she learned a little bit from her time on Slasion.
She did.
She did a fine job.
She did a fine job on Slasion, but you could tell, like, okay, this was new. But now she got to Canada, she got in her groove, and then they put her in a role where she could do something else besides just sit behind the judging table and judge. So I thought this was so good. I thought this was so good for her.
And you know who we said the same thing about this season? Carson Kressley.
Yes, I love him here.
Like, we've been saying the same thing this season. I'm loving Carson Kressley more this season than I ever have on Drag Race.
I'm confused. Because he's literally doing the same thing he do on US.
No, he's not, Lana. No, he's not. They've given him more responsibility.
I mean, he's done that before. I've seen him on US do behind the scenes stuff with them.
He hasn't done the like workroom judging.
So he didn't do a directing of a.
He's done the directing, but he hasn't done the like hello.
Oh, yeah, like, okay.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They trust him more here.
I mean, like, that's because Rue's a control freak.
Well, yes, I agree with you there. No, and that's the thing. I think without the Rue and Michelle factor, I think he actually blends more seamlessly into this panel, and he's able to volley a lot more with Brooke and Tracy than with Rue and Michelle, to be quite honest with you. I like Brad, don't get me wrong. I hope Carson stays, because I really, really like Carson on this franchise, and I think he's bringing a lot to this season in a really positive way.
I think what you just said makes the most sense. He meshes well with Brooke and Tracy. He does okay. He has to force himself in with Michelle and Rue, and he just blends in perfectly with Tracy and Brooke. So if he sticks around and just stays in Canada, I would be okay with that. I have enjoyed Carson this season as well.
Because they also have more fun doing judging things on Canada, from at least what it seems like. Like, they do like the behind the scenes social media videos, and they do the like promo stuff, and like it feels like they have more fun. Like, and that's just as a viewer, and that's no shade to Rue or Michelle, because they are mother and mother. But it seems like they have more fun judging in Canada. And I mean, hey, Brooke is mother, Tracy is mother. Love Carson down. That's the judging panel I want to be on. That's like, of any of the judging panels, Canada's the judging panel I want to be on.
Yeah.
Now, who's the judge I want to be? Now, who's the judge I want to be best friends with? Unlocking. Who's the judging panel I want to be best friends with? Canada. Like, Canada is the tea overall. I just don't want to be around the hobbies.
It is fun.
Now.
I agree. They do have a lot
now
of fun.
Post-divorce. I don't want to be around them.
Yeah, I don't want to be around. I never want to be around them. I did never want to be around them. But I think Tracy is mine. I would want to be like.
Oh, I love.
I love her. I just love her.
Okay, we had a good Kiki with Brooke too, so love. Which we did, and it's available on the channel right now. You can go check it out if you have not already. But
she said we were delight. She said we were delight. By the way, off camera. I didn't hear it, but she said it.
Period.
Well, just real quick, Brooke is going to be here in January. So,
yes.
Brooke, if you're watching, me and Michael will see you at Crush.
Yeah. Period. But yeah, I think Alyssa gives some great advice. And she had fun. That was the other thing I wanted to bring up. You can tell she was having fun doing it. Because also the girls were, fawning over the fact that it was Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah.
And the girls were like, oh my God, it's Alyssa Edwards. And Alyssa is one of those girls. She loves the attention.
Me? Me?
Oh, you're jacked over
me?
Oh my
what?
God.
And I'm never mad. I am never mad at a drag queen that has that as a quality of hers.
Baby, I am like that now just with me, and I'm not even a drag queen. Like I am. If somebody says they're happy to see me, I'm like, me? Oh my God.
Little old me? What?
You know me. Stop
that part.
It. Come
that
on.
Part.
Who doesn't love being gushed over every now and again? Who doesn't love
that
it?
That part. But yes, the girls are getting ready for the runway. And we get a lovely moment while they're getting ready with some stories of drag beginnings and thus and that and things.
Sorry, we just skipped over my favorite moment of the whole episode.
Go ahead.
Which is Alyssa not being able to say Sami Landry's name at all.
Oh my God, thank you so much for coming back to it. Wait a minute. Thank you so much for coming back to it.
That was like, here's the thing, Sami Landry without the accent is just such a simple drag name. But
Sami Landry.
But with
that's what Alyssa needed it to be called. Sami Landry. And she would have known.
But with Sammy's accent and all of the flourishes that she puts on her name, Alyssa's text and accent just be like, what on earth is going on in here on this day?
It will not compute.
It will not. And it sounds like, with her accent, it sounds like she's saying Sami laundry. Like laundry mat. Like that's what it sounds like she's saying. And you can just see the cogs trying to turn in that classic Alyssa Edwards way. In that classic Alyssa way. And the eyes get big and she's like,
the mouth, yeah.
And when Sami went, it's French, and Alyssa goes, I can tell.
I can tell. Like, baby.
What an icon.
Also, Alyssa's little introduction, her doing the reference to season 5 of her being like, oh, I can.
It was so good.
And then the girls copying her later in the workroom as well.
I loved it so much. Thank you for not letting me forget that moment, because I would have, and I would have been really upset about it later. So thank you for that. But I yes,
loved, the mirror conversations were great.
Yes.
Yeah,
we get Velma's drag beginnings, which I think were really fun and lovely to see. Talking about her first time in drag being a competition, and she won. And yeah, I love seeing these personalities, and then all the girls are like trying to one up each other and being like, well, I think I can do this because I think this other girl is gonna, she thinks she's gonna do better than me in this, but I don't think she's gonna do better than me in this. But sure.
especially all the other girls betted against Velma and Sammy because Velma and Sammy were having their mirror moment. Velma was telling her drag story. Sammy said that Alyssa came to Moncton in 2018, where Sammy was already there. And then they're like, all the girls are watching us, so let's switch to French. And that was a great segment because they talked like for 2 minutes about how other girls can't understand them. And basically, that's what the quotation I took from Sammy in particular. As long as you're funny, that's what matters, basically.
Totally.
That's
Totally.
And I just think this, and just this conversation with Sammy, I just think really helped Velma this episode. Just feel a little bit more comfortable, especially going onto the stage, especially with the fact that all of these girls, for seemingly no reason, have just been dogpiling on this artist for seemingly no reason this entire season. And I love her so much because because it's always difficult to communicate in general your own feelings to other people, but then even harder to do it in a second language. And then you can just see how natural it was just for her communicating with Sammy in French. It was just so lovely to see. And then you immediately have Van, Ebony, and I can't remember who else it was, just doing like the Alyssa. It was
Maya.
Oh yeah, Maya. I think all three of them just doing the like Alyssa Edwards, like laughing at your own jokes, flipping the pages.
It is lovely to see that whole segment with Velma and Sammy speaking French. I just hate that I have no idea what the hell they were talking about.
Right.
Don't worry, I'm here to translate you. The thing is, with their thick accent, most French people wouldn't do either because not only like
the point is we're watching the show. There should be subtitles. We want to know what they're talking. If you're going to show me a segment, a long segment of them having a deep or meaningful conversation, me as a viewer, we should all know what they're talking about.
I watched Drag Race with captions, and the French was translated on Wow Presents Plus.
Okay. But basically, it wasn't much bigger of a deal. It's just literally 3 segments. They don't get us. Secondly, the word chum, which is a very Canadian, specifically Canadian word to refer to your pal, like a friend or somebody who understands you, which is in regard is true. And then Sammy giving Velma this pep talk, which every single roast on Drag Race in any language everybody gives, that as long as you're funny, even like the most cutting jokes aren't evil. That's basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say I noticed. I heard 2 words, evil and bitch. So I thought it was a good conversation.
Period. Period. Yes, I agree. So we go to the runway. We'll give our full thoughts on Look Over Here as a panel, so make sure to go check that out. But I want to run through very quickly top 3 runway looks of the week from our panelists.
Alyssa looks like Alyssa wearing a brick wig around her face and then just hair on the back, just the classic Alyssa wig. And then I hated the mess that Brooke had on her head.
Ooh. Well,
it was just weird. It was just some lie. It was just some limes and some. It was interesting. It was something you'd sort of see at a summer harvest festival, but with limes instead of vegetables.
That part.
Everyone's very quiet. I feel very awkward now.
Well,
we're all entitled to our own opinions.
Correct. I may not agree, but I will save my thoughts.
The doors of Scarlet opened on UK 3. Scarlet
Favorite runway looks from everyone. Lana?
Are we going to the runway? The little noise, do we still have that?
We can.
Yeah, why not? I missed that little thing.
Sure. There we go. Much better.
Much. It feels correct.
Sure.
For me, I think my top 3 runway looks actually was pretty easy for me this week. Velma 8. Velma 8. She looks beautiful. I would have to say Van Gogh. I really enjoyed the presentation and the look. And Maya.
Okay.
I really enjoyed her too.
I knew while I was watching, when I started watching y'all's channel, that I liked Lana. And now I know that I love Lana.
Oh, period. You see
top
that
three.
That kind of gushing.
Top 3 is also my top 3, but I will add every episode that we have seen Van Gogh on the stage. Anytime she turns on that stage, I'm just gagged. I'm just floored.
I would be a voice of dissent this time. I actually have a completely different top 3. I have Karen Milk, Hazel, and Saltina, surprisingly, as my top 3. And I also have to give an honorable mention to one of the most incendiarily awkward looks we've ever seen on Drag Race, to Dulce, because that would give Lalaurie's bag look around for her money, and this she brought from home. Sorry.
For the category, I would.
Yeah.
Wonder what happens.
It had to be something. It got to be a story.
I'm confused.
It got to be a story behind that. But
I'm confused.
Do say, please comment below.
I like my full top 3 is Maya, Van, and Velma, but also shout out to PM because I did love their look.
Me too.
And all of the complete half and half with all of the crystallization, even to the teeth as well, being half yellow and white, was also incredible.
I have a slightly different top 3, so I think that's very fun, lovely, and unique and different. My top 3, I know, love Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
Love Lana Del Rey. My top 3, in no particular order, is Hazel, Ebony, and Velma. I think my favorite, actually, I am going to name a favorite. I think my favorite was Ebony. I did too. Ebony is impressing me every single week, more and more and more on the runway, and I'm just falling more and more in love with Ebony. But I will talk more about that and look over here because I'm excited to do so. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. We had the runway first and then the reading battles. I thought it was a very I'm not going to say it. Different. Just different.
We've seen that before. It's a lot with acting challenges. They'll do the runway first and then go into the. So yeah, but yes, I get what you mean.
Yeah,
and I'm glad you caught yourself and didn't say it.
It's just because they did something very similar for another type of runway with the plastic surgery runway on France All Stars this year. Because especially with a runway that's like so heavily could like use prosthetics. For a runway, and then like them changing to do a girl group look. Because they did that previously. It's just another one that I noticed as well, doing the same thing.
Well, with all of that being said, now
let's get this roaster cooking.
Well, reading battles.
Let's get this reading battle cooking.
Reading battles underway. First up, what a duo to start with. Van versus Saltina. Lana, let's start with you. What did you think of this battle?
I thought this was a good battle. Here's the thing. I was expecting this battle to be the battle of all battles, that I was going to be like, oh my God, let me scream. I'm about to crack up. And it wasn't. But it wasn't bad either. It was still a good battle between these two. I think just my expectations were higher for it. But they both gave out some really, really funny material. And they went back and forth with each other. I think the way Saltina ended it was kind of just like the nail in the coffin. It was like done when she did the whole blobfish thing. And I was like, oh, girl. She just was like, yeah. Let me end this and let me show y'all why I'm funny. And it was just, I just liked how they just went back and forth with each other. And it was funny. It was funny. And I think I was with you, Logan, when you said you're nervous about this whole reading battle to begin with. I'm always nervous when it comes to reading challenges because some people just are good at it and some people just aren't. And I didn't know where this cast was going to be, if everybody's going to be good at it. And then after watching Snatch Game, I was a little nervous with some people. And I was like, okay, I don't know. But I think Saltina and Van did a really, really good job. It was very, like, they both had punchlines that they hit. I laughed, which is my only criteria for stuff like this. Just make me laugh, and I'm loving it. And they did, so I loved it. What about you, John?
I agree. I feel the same as Lana. They both did good. I was laughing at their jokes. None of the jokes fell flat on their face. It was pretty good. But just like you, Lana, I had high expectations for these two, only because they've been slaying the seasons so far. So to me, they're at least top 2 contender to win the crown. So I expected a lot more. But what we did get, I was still very entertained and I thoroughly enjoyed.
Micha, what you think?
Yeah, I think that was pretty lovely. The winner chosen from the pair was kind of obvious because I was expecting in particular more from Van. On the other hand, Van hasn't even shown that much of a comedic job because Van wasn't playing Snatch Game last week. Van is just like funny off the cuff in the workroom, but not all the jokes landed as much as Saltina. Saltina was really started a bit like dryly, but then progressed, and obviously, the blobfish. It's always a great punchline, and the joke about PM, obviously, that was also so good, so good. So yeah, I mean, not the strongest pair, but a good one.
Yeah, I did expect slightly more from this roast battle, but I do think that both of them did very solid. I just don't think Van cut deep enough. And then also starting off with a very long-winded joke that didn't really hit, I think wasn't great. And then Saltina having the migrating geese and Van's filler joke, along with making fun of Brooke's doctor as well, was also great. And I think that, along with the blobfish joke, truly did secure Saltina's win over Van. And then just PM just getting strays in the first 2 reading battles as well was just funny.
Yeah, I think this was one of the more obvious winners out of the reading battles for me. I thought Saltina did decisively better here. Her reads were very strong, very good. I was a little disappointed in Van's performance. I'll say that. I think the material that she had was pretty good, all things considered. I think she had some good reads. The like Einstein theory of relativity, read, I think was fine. Her delivery was awkward for me. And I think that's what I kind of came away with the most, was just that I thought the overall performance was a little clunky, was a little bit awkward. Like we said, starting with kind of a long-winded joke and read was a little weird. So I wish some of the structure of her overall reading battle was a little bit different. And I think Saltina really had her structure down and did a really good job at it. So definitely Saltina for the win. And oh boy, we move to Dulce and Velma. Oh boy, Jonathan, what'd you think?
I will start with Velma did okay. She did fine. Some jokes hit, some jokes didn't, but she did better than I expected. I will give her that. Dulce, I had high expectations for, because she did great at the commercial challenge. She's been funny. She knows how to read the girls. in the workroom, so I expected a lot more here. But when her jokes just became about your mom jokes, that's when she started losing it for me. Your mom jokes just are not, they're too mean, they're not funny. That's where she lost me, and that's where we started to see that she was not going to win this one, unfortunately, because I am a huge Dulce fan.
Yeah, this was a landslide victory for Velma, and not that she was like exponentially funny in theory, but she had not only did she have jokes over Dulce and Must, but also she ended with the London and British teeth, and yeah, they just secured the spot. With Dulce, I don't know what went right. I'll just put it that way in this roast. So yeah, Velma entertained me greatly, though.
One thing I do like, which I don't think everyone's catched on to, but it's the fact that Dulce is dressed like Daphne to read Velma.
Oh,
which is
I
really
was going to get there if no one else did, so yes.
Sorry. Really, it's really cute. I think Velma did do better. I just think Dulce having most of her jokes be about Velma's mother, and then also just coming off a little bit too harsh. Also, Velma, I love you. British people having bad teeth is just a stereotype. It doesn't, and it's not entirely true, apart from my brother and sister. That is true. They do have bad teeth.
Well,
some of them do. Some of our British panelists do. RuPert is not an example of that.
Name him. I'm just kidding. Don't name him.
Eris Envy. No, I'm kidding. I love him. I love
this
him.
Is
dearly.
this is the reading.
This is a reading challenge episode. Eris ain't watching our content. Don't worry. But if you are, Eris, I love you, and you know that, and I love you dearly. It's a reading episode. I wouldn't say it otherwise.
Okay, Eris is the PM of this panel.
This was the clunkiest of the reading battles. And I'm glad it was second, so we could just kind of get it over with. Shout out to Velma in her Mondrian outfit, because if anybody knows, I love Mondrian. It's always on my wall. But no, I thought this was just kind of Velma did well. I think she did as well as she could with, the jokes being thrown at her, still being able to come back and deliver good jokes, I think was good. Dulce girl, no comment. I'm sorry. Just no comment.
Yeah. As I was watching, I was like, Velma ate her up. Okay, cool. Move along. Because everything Dulce, like all the jokes, like y'all already talked about the mom, I was like, I get it's a reading challenge, and I get you shouldn't be worried about offending people, like Alyssa Edwards said. Like, why aren't you trying to offend people? But I think it's always a line. There's always a line. It's talking about someone's true or not. We don't know if it's, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if y'all know, but I don't know if it's true or not. And if that was something that was mentioned. But talking about somebody's alcoholic mother is not ever a place that I fear we should go for reading challenges. I just don't. That's low-hanging fruit that should not even be touched. Like,
it's not even low-hanging fruit. It's fruit that's fallen off the tree and it's starting to rot. You don't touch that fruit.
It shouldn't be touched at all. But
and she touched it 2-3
times, which made it.
She said, "I'm gonna grab the rotten fruit and I'm gonna marinate the rotten fruit and I'm gonna hold on to the rotten fruit and I'm gonna see. Yeah. I'm gonna plant the seeds of the rotten fruit." I'm like, girl, no.
It's not dragging around.
She was like, I'm gonna take this rotten piece of fruit, I'm gonna make it into jam, and then I'm gonna stick it in a pie.
And girl, we didn't need to do that.
It was just not good. But
And we don't need to talk about this anymore. We can move on. Velma, work, Velma.
Velma won this.
And to the audience, this is me praising Velma Jones. I don't just talk shit about her. She's a friend of ours.
And we love her.
Moving on. Sami Landry versus PM. Lana, what did you think?
I thought this was a good battle. I thought this was a really decent battle between these two. I thought Sami did a really good job. I'm sorry, I just got thrown off by whatever that was. I was like, Sami, I will say, Sami is really impressing me. And I always said it. I said it from the beginning. Sami, I want you to prove me wrong. Am I jumping on the train? No. But I will look at the train as it passes by and I'll think about it, but then I'll say no, thank you. I'll still say no, thank you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I will think about buying a ticket. I'm thinking about it. So that's where I'm at. But she was funny in this. Like, she was absolutely funny in this. I thought her and PM both did a good job together while they were going back and forth. I absolutely loved the way she went about this. Every PM name that she came up with was so funny. And everything about how she set that up, that I'm going to give you your flowers first. She ate that up. I was like, girl, yes, Miss Landry, you did that. And she made it known to me that I would never want to face her in anything comedic at all because she is quick. She is funny. She had time to think about these jokes and she delivered them expertly. And I thought it was funny. And I thought PM did a really good job too with the comebacks. I thought this was just a good battle. A really good battle.
Lana.
Yes.
Me, Michael, and Micha have a seat reserved for you at the Sami Landry train. Right next to it.
Save it.
I'm also on the train, by the
Logan
way.
took my train. Logan took my
is
seat.
also on the train.
Thank you very much.
Logan took my seat, so that's fine. And save me one. I might get on board one day. I might take a.
We got 5 episodes left, Lana.
I might take a round trip ticket really quickly, like that one stop and come off, and I might. As a matter of fact, for this episode, I will ride her train to the next stop.
Okay, okay, we'll take that.
We're getting there.
I will say this battle was one of my favorites, mainly because Sami did a fantastic job. Also, I do want to comment on how she looks. I loved how she looked on this challenge. This is great.
Okay, was she wearing the same base dress she wore in the mini challenge? It looks like the same pink spaghetti straps she was wearing in the mini challenge, and I really just wanted the same balloon tits. I'm not gonna lie. With this wig, with this Lady Bunny wig and this whole Lady Bunny outfit, she looked like a younger Lady Bunny.
That would be something we expect from Sami Landry.
Sami Landry girl.
No, the way she structured her jokes, her reads against PM, yes, genius. The PM of it all. PM did good also. She didn't really flatline. She didn't fall flat on her face. She kept up with Sami, but there was a clear winner in this one, and that is the one and only Sami Landry.
I was so glad for this battle. First of all, them both getting dressed up as they got dressed. PM as this watermelon clown posse all in one. And obviously our fantastic New Brunswick Bessie Stone / Joanna Lumley with the balloon duties hidden somewhere underneath. I mean, that was already such a great start visually.
I can't unsee it now, and I hate you. I hate you so fucking much for that.
Oh my God, she looks just like Joanna Lumley. Oh my God,
Fuck you.
That's a better Patsy than most of the UK7 cast were able to do.
Correct.
Well, her Thursday is perennial. She can do it every day of the week. Every day is Thursday. And also, yeah, not only all the PM
that's
jokes.
For ED, but still.
Yeah, but still. So many jokes about PM were so good about how she structured, all the abbreviations, but also how she referenced Laganja. It was phenomenal. Very dry, kind of like your punchlines. And yeah, PM kind of held her own, especially with the physical comedy, but I think kind of the kiss of death was not only that Sammy had better punchlines and many more jokes, but PM a bit fizzled out by the end. And in the end, you always want to have this blobfish / imaginary British teeth, something to end on this. But yeah, Sammy won this for me, and I'm so glad that I'm still on this train.
Yep, Sammy Landry won. She won this battle. I will say, PM did put up a good fight. And in my opinion, PM shouldn't have been in the bottom 3.
Speak on that.
Wake it up.
What must I say?
Also, the fact that she was against one of the hardest people and still put up a decent fight is impressive enough. And I do think she should not have been in the bottom 3, but I'm glad she was, purely based on the lip sync that PM gave us. But we'll talk about that in a second. First of all, Sammy Landry had such great jokes. Also, can we please retire the incest joke of a brother and sister, as I've heard that too many times, and it was only kind of funny the first time, as we heard it twice this evening. Also, Sammy saying PM pussy milk, or poorly made, or problematic mug, or patchy mullet. Just
can't
great.
Forget Poop Puncher.
Oh yes, of course. And then their drag belongs in the dark. And then of course the makeup's dry, kind of like your punchlines was just great. Sammy killed this. I would have given the win to another queen, but Sammy was a very, very close second.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Great job.
Well, I have none of Sammy's jokes to talk about because RuPert just went through all of them. So I'll just say that Sammy did great. And of the people that lost their reading battles, I thought PM did the best. I thought there was no way, shape, form, fashion, function, or phenomenon where PM should have been anywhere close to a bottom placement. None whatsoever. None at all. They killed this.
They did.
What do you mean they're in the bottom 3? Oh, on track record? Oh, okay. Because that's what it came down to. Prove me otherwise.
Not even the runway.
No. This runway did not matter.
No, because this runway, if we're going by runway 2, PM should definitely not be in the bottom.
No.
The run.
No.
No.
And for the performance.
Like, if you're balancing... Well, I'll talk about my thoughts on the overall stuff in a minute. But I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
And I fear we're going to keep experiencing this phenomenon with PM throughout the rest of the season. And I'm going to be very pissed off for them throughout the rest of the season. But we'll see. I hope not. I hope to be proven wrong. Also, my favorite read of the night came from PM. Pimple patches. You look like a Jackson Pollock out of drag. I'm like,
Jackson Pollock joke was great. Yeah.
It's the best read. It was my favorite read of the night, but apparently that doesn't matter. Let's move next to Hazel versus Caramel. Jonathan, what'd you think of this reading?
Yeah, I wasn't gagged with Hazel, to be honest. And I'm very disappointed. I thought she had more in her for this challenge, but unfortunately not, as we saw. But I will say, Caramel's clapbacks towards Hazel. Now those were very entertaining, and I was enjoying all her clapbacks against Hazel.
Maybe I'll go. Yeah, Lana, go ahead if you want to. About Hazel and Caramel.
Lana, Hazel and Caramel. Micha, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I was especially disappointed because Hazel was also on my draft list, and she was married to because Hazel basically what she did in the workroom and she gave in the confessionals was the self-assuredness of Alyssa Edwards now, but what she gave in the challenge was Alyssa Edwards on season 5 during the very first roast, and that was unfortunate because she was glued to the cards. She was stumbling over. Not many punchlines landed. I wouldn't say like Caramel blew it out of the water, but compared to Hazel, she was an obvious winner of this battle. So yeah, there were some clapbacks which were hard and funny, and yeah, they were pretty good. But overall, both of them did weaker than Semi and PM combined. So yeah.
Yeah, I do think if the judging wasn't based on winners or losers, I think Caramel is very lucky that she was able to beat Hazel because I don't think she was the greatest reader, or because in my opinion her best joke was a joke she got from PM, which is I'm Caramel with a K and this is Hazel without her K. That was probably her best joke, and it came from PM. Moving right along.
So let me say, I love Cara and I love Hazel with every fiber of my being. The funniest jokes that happened in this reading battle were Brooke's. Because Hazel is definitely a flat white. And yeah, Brooke's read, not Hazel, I love you. Hazel, I love you. I told you that. And Cara not even being the best drag in her family because Kimmy Couture is maybe a better drag queen than her.
Oh.
No, Cara, I love you too. I love you too. Don't you worry. I love you, Cara. I love you, Cara. I love you, Cara. And I love you, Isis. Oh, and Isis is in the family as well. Yeah, that really, we didn't talk about it
Michaela.
much. And Michaela. And technically Suki. And technically Star. It really sucked for Isis last week having to see her niece and her granddaughter lip sync against each other. Anyway, this was perfectly fine in that I think these were unfortunately two of the weaker performances overall in the reading battles. Hazel, I just really wanted, and she realized it too, so I'm not going to harp on her too much. She realized as soon as she got away from her cards, she just was funnier. That is just the kind of girl she is. Like, when she's not stuck to a script, she can be off the cuff and she can be funny. And those are the moments where she can be funny. And I honestly think Caramel is kind of the same way. I think the material they both prepared was funny. But I think based on the delivery of what we got, Cara's was delivered a little bit stronger. So I did agree with the outcome here.
Yeah, you said everything. I don't even have to say anything. Ditto.
Sure. We'll move. To our last battle of the night, Miss Ebony LaBelle versus Maya Fox. Lana, give all your thoughts on this one.
Yo, I think I laughed the most in this one, strictly because of Ebony LaBelle. I will say Maya was cool. Maya was all right. Did she deliver? She had some good jokes, but I don't know if her delivery was as great as I wanted it to be. But Ebony is that girl who just know how to come back and just know how to clap back at people. She just gives good clapbacks. And everything about this was so funny and it felt so natural. It feels like that's just her talking. Like that's just her conversation. That's when she just like, girl, you this and you this. Like she was so funny to me that I just sat back here and just laughed. And I was watching this. I watched this morning, right before our interview with the person that we interviewed, because I wanted to make sure I knew what happened before I went into that interview. And I was sitting here like, man, I need more time to watch this again because this is so freaking funny. I watched it so fast I couldn't write down jokes or whatever, but it was so freaking funny. Ebony was like, for me, Ebony would have won. If we were going strictly by this challenge, Ebony was the one for me that won this battle. She was so funny. It was so natural. It was just like she was just talking, and I just laughed. I think she was the funniest person to me.
Yeah, you know what? In retrospect, I do remember liking, enjoying this battle the most out of all the battles. They were both really funny, especially Ebony. Just like you, Lana, I thought all her jokes and her quips and her clapbacks felt natural, and they were all funny, all hit. But controversial take, I honestly thought Maya for me was even funnier. I thought she had the best jokes from me tonight with the lace front waving joke, blending in the background, and I thought her jokes exactly that Sarah Forever.
I was like, shout out to Sarah Forever. Hey, except we're doing
Maya's jokes were, for me, I felt like a lot more creative. The way she wrote them. Whereas Ebony, yes, they were all funny, but they do seem generic and, just like you said, Lana, very conversational and something we would say on a daily basis. Whereas again, Maya's were more creative in a sense. So for me, the winner was Maya, but it was very, very, very close. Either one of them winning, I would have been okay with.
I think when you said that makes sense. I think hers was more creatively funny and Ebony's was natural, but I feel that's where the thing lies, because it felt like Maya wrote these for this specific thing. Ebony felt like she just was saying it because it was like, whatever happens, I'm just gonna say what comes up, and it just happened to be so funny, and it just felt like this was a stage performance and Ebony's was a battle, like a rap battle. It felt very that Raw Street battle. Like if you see a rap battle, you want the freestyle.
You want me? I'm talking about you, girl.
Right? You want that natural like back and forth and da.
And she felt like, let me read my next one here.
And both of them were great in what they were doing.
Yes.
Both of them had, their flow. They were evenly matched in that they were both doing their unique approaches in such a skillful way. And that was the best part of this, for sure.
I hands down agree this is the best pair of the night. I also kind of agree with Jonathan that if you look on paper, material-wise, Maya's jokes might have been my favorite, but Ebony had this fantastic delivery. So yeah, that's kind of associated the conversationalism and also the interaction with everybody, including Maya, that Ebony was kind of giving it back in such an all-encompassing way, especially quoting the line from Maya's verse of week 1. And then say, yeah, if you it's like your free night outfit, yeah, this was very funny, and obviously, Queen of blending into background. So actually, I think I would agree with Ebony, like probably winning overall in the challenge, but I think that Maya should have been in the top 5, and Kara could have been swapped in the bottom 5 just for breaking off the rules. Loved it.
Ebony was my winner for this challenge. And I think just like Kennedy previously, who won this on Canada vs. the World 2, the best thing was that she was so natural with her delivery. And also she just looks stunning in this purple look. She looks beautiful. I have so many. I basically wrote down the entire of this roast battle because I loved all of the jokes. I think just my 3 I'm just gonna say 2. Maya serves looks in her free time, and she clearly doesn't have much free time. Was so fucking good.
Nasty.
That was nasty. But also, like, Maya, what are you wearing, girl? Because this brow look was just odd.
With this flat hair, like, girl, what are we?
Girl, you're going into a roast challenge and you're looking like that.
Like
She's basically
Alyssa
giving
and
Ebony some ammunition.
Yes.
Sure.
And then this was such a deep cut. But I think Ebony says to Maya she can now show Alyssa how to put a pillowcase on. Because Bianca in a web series on comments about Alyssa saying that Alyssa's biggest weakness would be putting on a pillowcase because she's got no chin. And Ebony saying that Maya can teach it. It's such a deep cut. It is the
dumbest thing I have ever heard on a Drag Race episode in my entire life. And that, for me alone, secured Ebony the win for me. Like, the fact that we are pulling from that, girl, I'm so sorry. Like, Ebony came prepared, and as soon as she saw it was Alyssa, she was like, now wait a damn minute. Now wait a damn minute. Girl, you're gonna pull from Bianca's Wow Presents series? Done. Give her the win. Period. Beyond the fact that it was an incredibly great roast battle. I thought they both did such an exceptional job. But for that, honestly, that deep cut alone, Ebony deserved the win. And Maya, for me, was the highest of the low placing girls. For all of the reasons we've already talked about. Her delivery was great, and I thought her material was really, really strong as well.
Also, just one more Ebony joke. Maya working on her makeup brick by motherfucking brick.
Fucking brick.
And then also Maya shout out referencing Terra Nova saying her booking fee is $37.50.
Period. Goodness gracious. Well, we have the results of each of the reading battles, like we talked about, and our winner overall for the episode is Ebony. Yes, come on, ma'am.
You go, girl.
Loved it. Big fan. Huge. And we get our bottom three. Van and Maya are called safe out of the bottom 5, leaving PM, Dulce, and Hazel as our bottom 3. And I disagree.
Disagree strongly. Yeah. With the
Why?
Same here.
Why?
Because Van Goth should have been in the bottom 3.
Instead of, yeah.
I said what I said. I love you, Vanessa Goth. But for me, PM should have not have been anywhere near this bottom 3. I love Van. I love Van with every fiber of my being. PM should not have been anywhere near this bottom 3. Based on challenge and runway combined, for me, I don't get it.
No, I don't know. I mean, maybe for the challenge, I agree with you. But the runway...
Yeah.
Van Gogh's runway...
Yeah.
But also PM's runway.
PM's was still good.
Yeah.
PM's runway was still great.
It was good.
Vanessa Van Goghier should have been in the bottom 3. She would have been saved either way, but I think she should have been in the bottom.
I think maybe for the runway and the challenge, PM maybe should have been in the bottom 3. At first I was like, no, but I kind of think so because Van's runway would have done it for me. But PM should not have been in the bottom 2.
Oh,
yes.
PM should not have been in the bottom 2.
I mean, if we're
the
going
beaver
just
was
based
not in
on,
play.
Yeah, if we're going just based on merit, totally.
Yes.
But we're playing Canada's social strategy race.
Which I get.
So...
Which I get. The beaver saved and the beaver plays and the beaver's in. I don't know. Well, maybe I don't know.
This
but
is why I and I loved Van's runway, but I just don't think PM should not. I don't think PM should have been there.
This is when I just hate this is when I wish the beaver wasn't in play, because I'm like, she should have been in the bottom 3.
You love the beaver being in play.
I love the beaver, but I hate the beaver all at the same time. I have a very love-hate relationship with the beaver this season, because yes, the beaver adds layers to this game that I love, because it's like, the strategy player and gamer in me wants to see that. But then it also means PM is in a bottom 2, when I don't think she should have been there, when the person who got saved by the beaver maybe shouldn't have been saved.
When I think the person that had the beaver, in my opinion, did the worst in the challenge. And that's no shade. That's just, for me, my opinion.
Challenge and way.
And Runway, especially.
Go ahead.
But also, Dulce was doing absolutely everything in her power to get saved, because she would have been I haven't seen Dulce perform, but she would have been absolutely obliterated by either of them.
I don't necessarily.
You know that.
I'm not going to say obliterated.
I won't say that, because I think Dulce is a good performer.
I've seen her perform.
I will say
videos of her perform.
Again, I am a huge fan of Dulce since Meet the Queens. Mm-hmm. She is in our draft. So is Hazel. So I'm not thrilled at all with the both of them being in the bottom 3. And I do agree that PM did fantastically at this challenge, and his runway was also good. But I agree with what you said earlier, RuPert. I'm kind of glad that we get to see PM perform, because I was thoroughly entertained with him performing.
Yeah.
And now I know, I think it was Perla who said it before, where on one of the other podcasts, where she said PM was a very great performer, and I'm like, I don't know, I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, she told us they were an incredible performer.
Yeah.
And
now I see it.
I was excited to see it. I think Dulce really put in the work here, and props to Dulce.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give Dulce all of the props in the world here, because she did what needed to be done here. She saw the room. She had her moment to have her emotions.
Mm-hmm.
She saw the room and said, "Oh, they're fighting over there again? Hey, Ebony, let them just settle it in this thing. Let them fight it out."
Production will love them fighting it out.
I was about to say, Dulce was the producer of this episode, because Dulce said, hey, we see a good thing over there happening. The storyline is happening. You don't want to ruin it by putting me in the middle of that storyline, because that won't make any sense.
Dulce,
but
the producer.
You want to have a good season, girl.
And because Ebony is about good TV, she knew that. She was like, you see that, baby?
And that's not who my drama is with. I don't have beef with either one of them.
You put me against Van, that's drama, that's TV. But you put me against Hazel or PM, that makes no sense. But a PM Hazel lip sync.
You want to be one of the top-rated Canada seasons, Ebony? Come on, Ebony.
You want to be on top.
Wake it up. She said, let's wake this up. Let's give the people what they want.
This really reminded me of Canada 4 in the design challenge, when Nira and Amy got into it so much. You had like Melinda wanting to quit and go, but then you have Amy and Nira fighting so much that they're like, no, save the bitch who wants to quit. I want to go after her. I want to kill her in this lip sync. That's the energy it gave.
You took those out of my life. Dulce was the great producer, because she decided, I'm going to be the anti-Amy Johnson Chanel. I'm going to save Melinda, but Melinda is me.
Yes, literally.
It was Dulce's finest moment in this moment. She said, let's put on a show. We came here to do TV. let's do TV, because putting me in the midst of that would not be good TV.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say this for you.
And you know what they did? They gave us good TV because we come back out. Ebony decides to save Dulce with the beaver. Props to you, Dulce, for putting in the work. I'm going to give all of the flowers there.
Yes.
We get a Vancouver showdown. PM versus Hazel in the bottom two. Lip syncing to Dumb Blonde by Avril Lavigne. And only Avril Lavigne. I ain't acknowledging that other woman.
She also doesn't like Heidi's makeup as well.
I ain't acknowledging that other woman. By Avril Lavigne. One of the most fun lip syncs I've seen in a while. This was absolutely spectacular. This is what I come to Canada's Drag Race to see.
This was a really, really good lip sync. I'm going to throw one little thing. It did remind me a little bit of Beverly versus Queen on Down Under 2, in which it was slightly too many stunts.
I don't know what
Slightly
you're
too
talking
many.
about. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
I was like, I don't know what you mean by that, baby.
No, this was Brooke and Evie.
What you mean.
This was Brooke and Evie. This was Brooke and
Yeah.
Evie levels of fabulosity, incredible stunts, incredible fabulosity by two absolutely incredible artists that deserve to be praised for how incredible they performed in this moment.
Both are absolutely incredible. And again, a huge fan of Hazel. That's why we drafted her. But my eyes were just glued to PM 99.9% of the time in the best way.
I was watching them both.
I tried.
I love when a lip sync just makes me go, dang, this is good. And this lip sync made me go, dang, this is good. We love doing lists of things here on this podcast. And there will be a list of things going out at the end of the year about lip syncs. And this will be in my list of best lip syncs of the year, probably in the top 10.
Yep.
Maybe go so far to say in the top 5, because this was so good to me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was yelling, I was screaming, I was clapping, I was like looking at their mouths, and they knew every word. When they got to the Nikki part of that song and PM looked directly into that camera and was like, and I was like, you better.
And Hazel came right up next to them and
next
knew
to it,
every single word too. I was just like,
I was like,
oh,
everything I want in a lip sync, they provided with me. They gave me,
Yeah.
they knew the words. They had their moments of choreo. They gave me stunts. They gave me tricks. They gave me and then they played off each other too. Everything I want in a lip sync. Give it to me. They gave it to me. Bro.
What is it about Canada seasons every time at the end of the year, right before we do our top
Right
lip sync
before we
list,
do it,
every
one of
year,
them, one of them get up
every
in
year,
there.
there's always one that'll just sneak in and be like, "Oop, just kidding, I'm gonna be a top 10."
Yeah.
I mean, literally,
Every
Perla
season.
and Sangina was number 2 last
Period.
year for me,
Period.
and it was like the second week of December, and I'm like,
Here, yeah.
we'll see where this one falls, because this was a good year of lip syncing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was.
Well, it is the second
was
week of December.
Yes.
correct.
And this should go on the list because
See a theme
It's-
happening.
one of the best lip syncs of the year.
It's definitely on the list because it's so
So
good.
fierce.
So fierce.
Also, PM starting it by immediately pointing at Hazel, who decided to wear a blonde wig for this lip sync,
Yep.
and then
Which I
pointing
love.
at this dumb blonde as well.
So good.
I liked it
So
the
good.
first time. The second
second
time, it was
time,
cute.
I was like, okay.
The third time, I'm like, PM, we don't need to keep doing this.
I
We
mean,
get
but the
it.
name of the song
You're
was
calling
what it
Hazel
was.
a dumb blonde.
She is. She said she was.
We get it.
It was good though. It was
It's
it was
so
such a
good.
good lip sync. Such a good lip sync.
Really good.
And regardless, we were going to lose a fabulous entertainer in this moment. We
which
did
is
lose
what,
a fabulous entertainer.
Which is what they set it up to be, because that's what Ebony said she wanted to do, was get rid of one of these great performers, and she did just that.
Hazel now. Hazel now.
No,
No.
girl.
I'm very upset, and I have been since I watched the episode.
Yeah.
Can report though, Hazel is an absolute darling, and we had a great time talking to her earlier today, and that interview is available on the channel, so make sure to go check that out. We had an absolute delight, and she's funny. The girl is funny. I can confirm.
Yes.
Just don't give her a script. For the love of God, don't give her a script. But she's funny.
Interviewer's dream.
Oh my God.
She is. Yeah. She is an interviewer's dream. She made everything so easy. She's so good. She's so funny. And she tells us some good stuff. Y'all want to check out this interview, because she told us some good tea. She gave us some good tea behind the scenes. She gave us some good tea, so definitely check it out.
Also, Alyssa just popping into the mirror.
Yeah.
That was
so good.
That's more tea she talked about on the interview.
To get escorted out on your elimination by Alyssa motherfucking Edwards. I cannot think of a better way to leave Drag Race, personally.
And Alyssa giving her a boost, saying that was a really great lip sync. You should be so proud. And also Hazel being like, "Am I Fifi O'Hara in this moment?" as well was really cute.
Shout out to Jeremy. Love Jeremy. But yeah, love Hazel. I'm so glad that we now know Hazel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very upset we don't get to see more Hazel on this season.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
But this whole cast is so good.
So good. Every elimination is going to be hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, they're all really good. So when Ebony said she wants to take out a good performer, they're all great performers.
They're all great.
Right.
She's good. Yeah.
Right.
Great cast.
Right. Well, it is time.
No, we don't have to do this.
No.
Skip.
You shouldn't even be the one saying that.
Video is over.
You shouldn't even be the one saying that. If anyone should be the one saying that here, it's Lana.
Oh, okay. Well, then keep going. Yes.
Okay.
Not that. I don't even like that. I know this is a reading episode, but I didn't even like that. Whatever. But go ahead. Let's go. Let's do it.
Lana, I'm so sorry you're still in 7th with 29 points. Anyway, we finally have broken all of the ties, which is really nice. Everyone is in their own placement, which is very, very lovely. Lana is in 7th with 29 points. But in 6th place is Anissa with 30 points. Jonathan, you and Mike are in 5th with 31.5 points. Brandon is in 4th on 34. Micha is in 3rd, 34.5 points. I am in 2nd with 37 points. But at this point, who's going to catch Randy with 46 points?
He's not even here.
He's not even here.
Yeah,
he will be for the look over here.
Here's my thing. I'm just going to put this out here, and this is going on record. I will never ever draft in a draft with this many people ever again. I'm just going to say that now. 7th place sounds ridiculous. And so I will no longer, for the record, ever draft when there is more than 4 people. That's going to be me.
No,
so I'm not doing it anymore. It's on the record. So if y'all want me in season 18, a couple of y'all going to have to get up out of here, because I'm not doing it. 7 people, 7th
Lana
place.
Wants a podium finish.
7th place sounds ridiculous.
What if we do a mega draft, like mega leg, but it's mega draft, and there's like 10 of us, so that way if you're 7th,
oh my God, no.
but hear me out.
No, then Lana gets 9th.
Right, then I'll be in 10th place.
Well, no, you've been doing very draft here.
This is the lowest. This is the worst one.
You're probably about to win the Survivor draft. I don't want to hear it. I'm about to lose, getting 5th, 4th, and 3rd with 3 people in the finale.
But I'm about to say, you have 3 people left in the
and I'm about to lose, and you're about to win the Survivor. I don't want to hear it, Miss Lana.
Oh no, because see, I'm okay with this. I'm still not doing it because I demolished La Mancha Draga.
I was about to
okay.
Say, okay, let's wake that up, actually. For the people that don't know, who are not watching La Mancha Draga, I'm going to tell you all, going into the finale next week of La Mancha Draga, what the current standings for that draft are. So, River, Eduardo, and I have had no shot of winning for basically the entire season. Eduardo has 64 points, River has 71, and I have 71.5. Then you jump up. David has 100.75 points. Lana has 126.25 points. She went into the final 6 with all 4 of her draft picks left.
Yeah. That never happened.
When you're good, you're good.
In that moment, I was
bad,
good.
you're bad.
And when you're bad, you're bad. I'm just never in between. That's a good or a bad. I suck.
I'm like, you're about to win 2 of the last 2 actual drafts of this year. I don't want to hear it.
Crazy, but yeah, no.
Who do you have? Yeah, you're about to win the last 2 drafts. I don't want to hear it.
2 drafts?
Yeah, the last.
Oh well, this is Survivor. I don't know if I'm gonna win. Well, we don't know yet. Anyway. I'm gonna make it to the final 3. But anyway, this is crazy though. But that's wild. I didn't know. Honestly, I did not realize I was doing this bad in this draft. I thought I was doing pretty decent. I was like, I lost his Paolo
by 1 point.
Okay.
Lana wants a podium finish. She doesn't.
I want to be on top. I want to be top model. Top. Like I want to be on top. Oh, yeah.
You have a great team of fabulous Black women. You're going to do great.
I'm not mad because Ebony won today. So I had a winner.
You have Ebony and Kara. You're fine.
And Kara's great.
You're fine. Anyway, thank you for joining us for this recap.
I always have to be... We have to complain about something.
There's always got to be someone's always got to complain a little bit about a draft. It's
got to complain about something here. I was too.
Thank you so much for joining
us. We were too nice about this episode. I was too nice in this episode. I have to complain about something.
It's an episode where you're alled to be mean.
Right.
The shade of it all.
The shade. But thank
y'all.
That
said, Lana, you're technically 8th because there's me and Michael.
Shut up, Jonathan. Jesus.
And on that note,
let's get out of here.
This coming from the man that spent 20 minutes trying to figure out how his own microphone works.
Let's get out. I don't want to hear it. I can't no more. Thank
you so much for joining us for this lovely recap of Canada's Drag Race. If you enjoy this level of chaos, make sure you're subscribed.
Good.
We are on the doorstep of 3,000 subscribers, so it would mean the world to us if you subscribed. Also, we just hit our 4-year anniversary, so happy 4-year anniversary, everyone. We might do something for it. I don't know. Subscribe for the 4-year anniversary. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure you subscribe. I don't know. Subscribe, like the video. Go check out our exit interview with Hazel. Go get your merch on the way out. LanaGcreations.etsy.com. That link is in the description below. Go check out another video while you're at it, and we're gonna get out of here because there's been too much.
And we'll see you next week for the talk show challenge.
Oh God, that's gonna be chaos, and I can't wait for that. Cheers, y'all. Bye.